When looking at a variety of opening sequences, I looked at conventional teen dramas such as Perks of Being a Wallflower. However, at this time I saw the trailer for Don John, and although it is a trailer for a movie that contains different genres and themes in mind, the technique it uses are very useful to portray my character's life.
There's only a few things I really care about in life. My body, my pad, my ride, my family, my church, my boys, my girls, and my porn. My body, my pad, my ride, my family, my church, my boys, my girls, my porn. Body, pad, ride, family, church, boys, girls.
That's her?
That's definitely her.
She's a...
I liked the repetitive format of the trailer as a way to introduce my character because it was a perfect method to show the character's perspective of life. And as I mentioned before, although Don John has techniques which can be used in my product, it isn't a movie with teen action drama. I wanted my movie to have a more darker feel to it, unlike Perks of Being a Wallflower and Don John. So I researched and looked at movies such as Romeo and Juliet, Hannah and Abduction, which contains conventions that can be influenced and used in my product, and it also has a more gripping and darker feel to it, which will absorb the audience into the story. These three movies are all thrilling and dark, similar to my ideas for my product, so I focus on these movies as a guidance for my product. For example, all of these media products had white ethnic protagonists to convey their ideas, so I used my examples to choose my protagonist because I didn't want to break the stereotypical convention of teen action drama. One of the ways to portray the genre for my product was music. I was unable to find a music that portrayed action drama at the same time, so in order to show this I used two different musics simultaneously. Through the use of two music at the same time, I followed the conventions of a drama product because I have used music to build atmosphere and tension for the audience, which is suitable for my product. This is achieved through the use of a low-pitched draining soundtrack mixed in with a different futuristic soundtrack, which creates a genre for drama/action, and this would make the audience associate with my theme. My protagonist is an unconventional character, as most protagonists in teen movies tend to have light-hearted, heroic and cool features that separates them from the rest of the characters. For example, 21 Jump Street has a good-willed and funny protagonist, whereas my protagonist is the complete opposite. By the use of a kind of type character, I'm able to develop the convention of real media product, as the character allows the audience to explore this genre with its unusual characteristics, absorbing the audience to the story. The mise-en-scène in my product are quite narrow and small. For example, when my character leaves his apartment, the audience doesn't follow the character. Instead, they stay inside waiting for him to come back. This shows the characteristics of my character. He doesn't rely on anything or anyone but himself, which is why my mise-en-scène are quite compact in the beginning of the sequence. And then eventually, if my product were meant to be a real media product, the mise-en-scène would gradually be more open and free to represent my character's change, to show that he's matured. The compact and tight mise-en-scène represents the protagonist's state of mind. I have broken the conventions for the casting, as my protagonist looks seemingly young, who has a slight body structure with a face that doesn't look relevant to his age, whereas most teen movies such as Abduction and 21 Jump Street has muscly and mature characters which should attract not only teenagers but also adults. In this respect, I've broken the convention of teen drama, as I've unconventional features from a character for a teen drama action movie. I decided to start my piece with a serious talk from the main character's point of view, Blixer. It was felt that this would set out who the main character was, what his personality was like, and it would reflect ironically on the action that was happening on screen. This kind of narration usually happens in drama movies. One that springs to mind is Abduction. He narrates the start of the movie explaining and describing how he feels different from everybody else. You understand that he's unsatisfied, unique and intelligent at the same time. As it is delivered in deadpan style, you get the impression that the main character means business. We use the narration to anchor the movie, which is predominantly about Blixer and his perspective of life. The mise-en-scène was dark and gloomy, and there was no natural source of light throughout the whole of the opening sequence to display the character's personality. I felt that the lighting needed to be dim as possible in order for the connotation of action drama to shine through. Obviously, the iconography of his house was strongly visible, including desks, whiteboards, and school bags. This again gives the audience heads up to the nature of the genre, or more realistically, the subgenre. We could exploit prior knowledge of codes and conventions of teen drama and use this to good effect. The opening 2 minutes, or 3 should I say, clearly establishes Blixer as a unique character. This character type appears again and again in this type of genre, as teenagers mostly appear to be lost or in the journey to find themselves, which they do eventually at the end of the movie. For example, Abduction. I have chosen not to cast any female actress to connotate that females are weak for strong, deep movies such as this, because stereotypically female characters in movies which are similar to my product are the heroine that needs to be looked after by the hero of the movie, such as Abduction. I didn't want to break the convention of action/teen drama because it would make it harder for the audience to recognize the type of convention or genres that my product holds. My media product is an action teen movie which includes spies, and spy movies such as James Bond, Abduction and Hannah are all high budget movies. So I'd prefer big companies such as Lionsgate to distribute my product, because they will provide me the finance I need, and it will also distribute my product internationally, unlike Working Title, who mostly targets British audience. My film, being a high budget action movie, I would like to target various ranges of audience. I would distribute it internationally. By doing so, it is more likely to gross more, because people around the world will pay to watch the movie, thus being more successive. The best ways to distribute my product would be cinema first. By using cinema, it allows my product to gain money from ticket sales, and it also allows my product to gain more publicity. If my movie is good enough, people will start spreading words of mouth of the quality of the film. Eventually, I'll gain more and more customers, which will create and generate more money. And after the film has been shown long enough, I will use other means of distribution such as DVD and online distribution such as Netflix or Amazon Instant Video. By distributing it by means of DVD and online, the audience will get to access the product easily, and it will still generate more money even after its popularity starts to fade away. It would be wise of me to distribute it at the summer, because that's when summer break is and when lots of people have free time, meaning they have time for leisure and entertainment. According to the survey of View, the number of audience increases by 62% in the summer, so I would distribute it at summer